my channel. So today I'm just gonna do a really simple fall decorating. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I pulled everything off of my mantle at least a couple weeks ago, and so it's just been kind of sitting bare, and I'm really just ready to get some fall touches in my house. And so it's gonna be really simple. I do not go all out, and in fact this year I'm probably going to try to do everything without buying anything. I may run, if like there's just a couple like gaps, I may run and get a couple of things. But I actually just went to Hobby Lobby recently and spent some money there. So I'm gonna try and do all of my decorating only with what I have on hand. So basically in my house, if you've seen any of my like home tours or decorating, you kind of have an idea of what our what our layout is. Here in our living room, I've got my mantle that usually is kind of like the focal point of my fall decor, and then just some other like little spots to put things. The piano we've only had for about a month, so I've never decorated around it or on it or anything, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do there. And then here in our kitchen, I usually like to put some decor out on like my windowsill. And then right here, this little open shelving, I always will decorate it seasonally. And then just kind of switch up some of the summery colors with a lot more gold and mustards and deep reds and things like that. And then in my, I'll have to, sorry about that light. My kids, you'll hear a lot of like Legos in the background right now for this video. My four big kids are all there's always a little bit of arguing, but for the most part they do pretty well. So in here I'm gonna put some decor out on that floating shelf on the wall. So basically, it's gonna be a super simple tour, but get the light back here. The one thing that I don't like about my house, I love my house. I wish that we had more natural light in the living room. This is kind of like a little tangent that I'm gonna take. This, and I actually do have a post on my blog about what our kitchen used to look like, but this used to be a wall and we knocked it down. So that actually does bring in a lot more light to my living room, but it's still kind of the darkest room in the house. So I don't love that. However, it does get really cozy in the fall and winter when we start having fires in our fireplace. And then I definitely love this room. Okay, so enough rambling. Let's just start decorating. I'm gonna go downstairs, get my decor out from my basement, pull everything out like I usually do, and then just go from there.
Is this the last time I can see you in a while? Is it the truth that you'll be living tonight? We should take a walk, then a swim in the sea. That will mean everything, yeah, everything to me. Can we get out of this one? Waiting and missing. I never thought you would leave me here. We can get out of this one. A tunnel of feelings, and just like we got through everything else. But I see you, honey. This is in no way funny. We will find our way back together.
Okay guys, I pulled everything out and went downstairs, got my stuff out of the basement, and then came and set everything out on my couch to kind of look at and brainstorm and get an idea of what I want to do. My mantle is really long, so sometimes it can be a little awkward trying to fill it up. And also, as soon as I opened up this box, it just smells amazing. It smells just like fall, cinnamon, and I am so ready. So I'm decorating. It's the first week in September, Still is really hot outside, but I am more than ready for fall and winter. If you are ready for fall, give this video a thumbs up and let's just keep going.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.
Alright, so I finally finished decorating. It took me a while, that's to be expected. The process always takes me a little while because I do something different every year. I love changing things up and using what I have and making something new with it. So that's what I did. I'm going to give you just a quick little house tour. I'm trying to do this before I lose all my light. So I may have to reshoot this tomorrow, but if not, and it's low light, then you know why. Okay, so here is the finished living room. The mantle is simple, yet really just gives the whole room a cozy feel, and I love those lights. Over here on this little side table, I just set up a little fall display. The pumpkin is from Hobby Lobby, the cutting board is from IKEA, the sign is also from Hobby Lobby, and I've got some essential oils going in my diffuser, making it smell lovely. I also shopped my basement and switched out the teal baskets for some gray ones, so it looked more neutral on those shelves. Like I said, I really love those lights. I will link them down below. Anytime I can add extra light during the fall and winter, it really just helps to give that cozy feel. The wreath is something that I like to change up occasionally. It's just the basic stick wreath underneath, and then I bought a bunch of cotton stems and just kind of tucked them into the wreaths. The driftwood is just something we found on the beach a while ago. These pumpkins are just inexpensive pumpkins. They're not in the best shape, but you really don't notice. And then the sign we had up on our mantle before, but I just love it, so I decided to keep it up for the fall too. Over on the piano, I try to balance it out on both sides. This metal pitcher is actually holding our remotes and a hairbrush for my girls. I wanted them to be accessible and still not visible. And then I have this bowl right here because we always have Legos to pick up off of the floor and small toys. So it just gives me a place to stash them. In the kitchen, I moved my serving trays to the top of the refrigerator. I have a sign on my windowsill with a Fruit of the Spirits painting from She Reads Truth. I need to get a little frame for that. And then Besides some holiday dish towels, there's not much else I did in the main part of the kitchen. Over here, I put our blue bowls away and set out our soup bowls because, of course, we'll be doing a lot more soups in the fall and winter. And then just kind of straightened up this area. Got a scale with some plastic fruit. And then moving into the dining room, I just set out some fall decor on that shelf I mentioned earlier. The wreath is just something really simple, just yarn wrapped around the wreath. And then we've had those signs and other things for a while. Over in the little school corner, I just added a sign that says "Be kind" and a little pocket envelope on the wall for paintings. So that's it. This is one last look from last night when it's a little bit cozier. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this short little fall tour. I always love decorating. Sometimes it can be difficult finding time to do it, but the end results are always worth it. So we'll keep all of this up until probably mid-November, towards the end of November, when I'll decorate for Christmas. It's just so exciting. But until then, it's just gonna be super cozy in here. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you guys again.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better.